So a couple of things. I mean, first of all, it's pretty obvious from what they've given us so far in this package, this new expansion, that they want me to build a vampire deck, which I'm wholeheartedly behind. But I don't want it to be like the standard paint by numbers vampire deck. I think this is. We're going to see how it runs. We're going to see how it works. We're going to see if we can add a little bit of spice to it later on. I mean, this feels very... These are the cards you put in a vampire deck to me. Like, it feels very obvious, maybe. A little bit more so than I want it to be. The other thing is that a couple of people pointed out to me over the month that I was gone and got back at me and said that, you know, a lot of my decks, almost all my decks are very similar. They're that mid to late game fun that I like to do so much. And I completely agree with that. I would say that that is 100% true. And that is kind of a problem for us. You know, we need to spice up the gameplay a little bit. I am not an aggro player, so you're going to have to bear with me while we go through the growing pains of becoming one. So please, be gentle. But we're going to try and get a little aggro with it in the coming days and see what we can do. They did give us a lot of cards that help with that, so we're going to see what we can do here. We do have a vampire deck in our hand right now. I probably should have kept that first one, but I was looking for something a little bit more aggressive since I wasn't on the play. Something that had a little bit more spice to it, perhaps. And we could shock that thing out, but it is just a 1/1, and it's not too much of an issue yet. We do have a 3-pack of shock in here. I'll probably go through the deck list at the end there, get you guys' opinion down in the comments about what you think of where we're going with it. We are going to drop our Child Knight, probably going to Bloodflow Connoisseur on the next turn. I like my mana a lot better in this one. I don't have card draw though, so having like the 5 mana chunks in here is a little bit of an issue because we do top out at 3. 3 drop is our highest card, and we have 22 lands in here, which is a little bit more than I'm comfortable with, to be honest with you. Well, we'll see what this guy's doing. I don't really have a problem with him having these 1/1s. One of them would die. Okay, I mean, that's an attack. You got it. I'm a 19. Go after it, buddy. You get there. I am really slow with this hand, though, so I am kind of upset as to where I am right now. That's kind of nice. It would be a 3/2. I mean, we can sack it out to Bloodflow Connoisseur, though, as well. Have it come back as a 3/2. Have Bloodflow Connoisseur be a 2/2. Really get some stuff done there. Probably get this guy on the blocks at that point. We'll pop this down. We'll say go. I don't want this 2/1 to die just yet. I think I'm gonna trick him. It's gonna try and be what we do. I don't know. I mean, the Drudge Skeletons is a little, unless he's running a skeleton build to go up against my Vamps, but I don't know. I'd be kind of surprised. But 3 drop, he could buff these guys, and that would really, really mess my plans up. Just 1 attack, okay. Skip through that. Interesting, no land drops. This guy's in a bit of trouble. He's a bit of a peckle. It sucks though because he can regen these guys. Both of them. If I apply the pressure here, I'm at least going to do a little bit of damage to him. I'm not going to gain any life, but I will have that blocker going. We're going to see what we can do here. Shock that out. He's gonna regen it. Alright, that's gonna remove it from combat. Do the 2. My plan is to pop up, wake up my 3/2 and gain more life. With the Undying Evil. And then have more of a force to attack him with, since he didn't have that land drop. We don't really care about these guys. I'm just going to start gaining my life back. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, what we were gonna do is Undying Evil on this guy. That'll go. Do this. I mean, this isn't a great play, but I'm just showing you guys what we were gonna do here. That guy sacks out, pops back, he can block. I mean, my other guy's a 2-2. I probably shouldn't have attacked last turn, but I mean, I'm gaining a ton of life here, so it's kind of what we were aiming for, especially since I've got so much damage coming across the field, and he didn't have the land drop, so the only thing he could really do was have two skeletons out there and keep regenning them. So this is kind of where I wanted to be. Not a great hand, not a great showing of this deck. Let's go ahead and try and get another one in here. Something else. I'm not too taken with how this looks right now, but we'll see. I mean, I don't really have any of that pump. I don't have any of the graveyard interaction. I don't have any card draw. I just don't feel great about this. But those are things that you don't usually have in the aggro piles, so you just beat down, quick rush down decks. That's what we're supposed to have, but I don't know. It's a little sketchy here. This is something. Why don't I play first, though, is going to be my question here. We'll see what we can do. We might be able to do something. I'm not sure. Might be able to do something. We'll have to see. I wish if I went first, if I was on the play, this would be the best hand. Oh, see, this guy's white. That's not good at all. This enchantment's not as froggy as it once was. Let's get vamp number 1 down there. See, I don't like all the mana I'm drawing, so I might cut down to 21 because I do have just 3 drops. I mean, that's as deep as it gets. So, but see, if I started cutting cards, I would want to put bigger stuff in here. Like, I would love that Praetor to get some play. Mana for turn. We'll do our Blood Crazed Buddy on this coming second main. See what we can do there. Opponent's at 19. We'll do 3 damage to our opponent, most likely, with the Arc, at the very least, so that'll be nice. See, if I was on the play, I would just be demolishing this guy at this point, so it's a little depressing. There's not really anything this guy can do that's going to upset me. I really wish I could play the Fur or the Bitten as well, but I can't. I'm going to arc this guy up. Players, your face. Arc's pretty damn good. 16. Continue. Attack for 3. Now, he could kill our 2-1 here, to be fair. I didn't think so. That's going to become a 3-2, which is pretty good. I'm going to Fur the Bitten, the other Neonate here. We're going to see what we can do. I mean, we're in business. This guy's going to become a 3-2 pretty quickly. Yeah, that'll work, but like both opponents didn't have anything to play. I want one more. I would like to actually see what this deck could do here. And then we might run down the list a little bit. It's boring for an aggro build. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. I apologize, you guys. This is getting a little monotonous here. But we're going to try and... I mean, I don't know. I don't know about vampires. It's obviously one of the things they want us to do here. But I don't know about it. That was a lot of damage very quickly. That's what you want to do in a rushdown pile. If I'd been on the play, I would have been just insane with power there. I like having shock just in case stuff happens. See, I'm a gun jumper already over here. Jesus Christ. Just in case something bad happens, having the shock in there is pretty good. See, yeah, I've just got way too much mana is the problem. This isn't good, but it's not the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I mean, this is supposed to be down already, so that's hey there. Yeah, you know what? Let's get that down there because this guy's blue. Might as well get what we can because if I draw another land, then I'll be in business because I only need 3. So this Rakdos Guildgate can just fuck off. I might take the Guildgates out altogether, to be honest with you, and just actually do the math. I don't really know why they're in here. It's a bicolor build, so. Blue and green. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's see what happens here. Attack for the 1. It's gonna go through. There's no blocks here. Yeah. I gotta play this because I gotta do my Ricochet next turn. Even though I would like to do Highborn, get that out there. I don't have the mana really to toss to it, so it doesn't make too much sense just yet. Yeah. So you can't stop this from happening just yet. I do have the shock, but I can't do both. Play this air. I mean, they can't stop me because they don't have a counter. Make a guy at end step. I gotta torch this 2-1 eventually. Most likely. Which is a shame. Except Arc could come out and kill the 2-1 for me. It really depends on what this person plays right now. It's kind of all going to depend on what this is. See, the second blue isn't great for me, but if they tap really anything, I'm still in business. Vengevine's a real fucking bummer here. We're going to have to do some serious work. Yeah, I'm taking that on the chinny chin chin. 14. But what I can do here, arc the 1-1. Use that to kill the 4-3. And I know he can bring it back and do a bunch of sad times to me. Shock the 2-1. Get that out of the way. Because this guy is blue, so I might as well take advantage. And then once the 2-2 hits, I'll have a lot going on. We do have the other Ricochet, and those stack, so I'll be getting 3 counters. And I just really need to start getting through here so that I can make my guys big enough to matter. Otherwise, I'm going to have a real big problem on my hands. It's really going to suck if he's able to play 2 creatures, though, because Vengevine coming back is going to be a bitch right now. I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. Okay, that's amazing, because I get to play the second Ricochet here. I get to come across, and then this guy with first strike is going to be huge. Oh my god, we are going to dig our way out of this somehow. That was a scary opener from this guy. That was a very strong opener from this guy as far as this deck is concerned. Alright, that's kind of the perfect draw, too. That's really what I wanted. Because I can do this just to have that down. And I can do this Ricochet. I didn't have to play the 2-2. I could have played the 2-2 on my second man, but I don't really care. I'm going to crash. That's 5. These guys are going to get swole. They've been hitting the gym. These vampires been working out. They're doing their thing. That's right, boys and girls. Love it. That guy's got first strike. I'm not worried about this Vengevine at all. I mean, this guy can unsummon stuff, but don't forget that I do have this guy out there now, so I can just start... I mean, if my guys start popping themselves off, it's going to be okay, because we'll do 2 damage to him once I untap with some black mana. We'll be in business. That's a 2-1, so we can block my 2-2 here, and that would really suck. See, unsummons really start to get to me in this, though. Like, that's going to be a big problem. Is the unsummon potential that this guy has. So what we're gonna do is attack with those 2 guys. I'm not gonna crush with my other Ricochet. We're gonna have to see what happens. The 3 mana is gonna tap him all the way down, which I don't mind. You see the Vapor Snag. See, this is where we're gonna start getting into problems. That's weird. So he's got 1 Vapor Snag in hand. He's going to block with the tokens. Okay. I'm a Child of Night. Your turn. 3, 4, 5. 5 mana. 1 Vapor Snag in hand. Elvish Visionary into a second creature. 1 Vapor Snag in hand. Shit. Well, I gotta attack with everybody. Don't really have a choice. That's pretty good. They just won me the game right there. Because it's uncounterable too. So that's a win right there. We don't really have to worry. Attack with everybody. He's got Vapor Snag. He can play a creature or Vapor Snag. He's going to Vapor Snag. The big break. I mean, shit. What's he even do here? Yeah, he's up shit creek. Wouldn't have mattered because I could have Banefired him. Oh, he's going to Vapor Snag after the fact. Okay, except I could pay 2 and do 4 damage to you. Okay. That's back in my hand. So what we got here? He's got 2 mana open. That's 4, 5, 6, and 5. That's 11. So we're fine. I mean, it would be that guy, but I'm going to go ahead and not do that. Bup, 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 bup. Your face. Nope. Not so much. No mas. Uh-oh. It's not my first rodeo. Okay, that worked out. Who, I don't know. Guys, I don't know. Can you tell how edgy I am with this? Like, I'm like, I don't know. I get nervous. I get nervous with aggro builds, you guys. Because, like, my whole thing, aggro builds, an aggro build to me, it's the glass gun thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's glass cannon. Like, you can't, if your one plan fails, then you're in a lot of trouble, and I don't know about that. Anyway, 22 lands, which seems kind of high to me. Very first thing we're going to do is we're going to come in, we're going to pop all these out. You know, I actually think that's pretty good. We'll drop that in there. Drop this to this. 21 makes me feel a little bit better, though. But I would only be able to put one more thing in there, so we'll do that for right now. We'll see what happens. I just feel like I have way too much land. If they're coming out on point like that, though, I don't know. I mean, we'd pop. I don't know what we'd do one more of. Fur the Bitten's pretty awesome. Anyway, just to go through these real quick, we got this guy, 4-pack, Undying Evil 4-pack, Bloodghast 2-pack. I got 2 of those, 4 Child of Night, 4 Connoisseur, Banefire, of course, because we're running with red, Fur of the Bitten, Shock, Neonate, Air, and Arc. And that is our aggro vampire build. I feel like this is just really simple. Like, these are just the cards that you put in it, so we might try and make it a little bit sexier later on. I'm not sure how I feel about topping out at 3. I would love to have some more tricks in here, but you just really don't have the room. But my whole thing with, like, I hope that the commentary is still good during these, but I just get really nervous playing aggro, because one, I'm not used to it, so I feel like I have to think a lot more. I know that you don't necessarily have to think to play aggro, as far as, I mean, you have to think just as hard about the machinations of your opponent, but as far as you're concerned, you know, you've got a pretty steadfast strategy. But, like, who you're playing your Fur of the Bittens on, who you're targeting is actually a big deal. So, I don't know, it just kind of makes me nervous. So I hope the commentary is still good, but I feel like I really got to think on these, and I don't know, I'm just not super used to it. Hopefully, though, we're going to run that. We're going to probably go back to this green-white and see what else we can do there. You guys remember that from yesterday. But other than that, I want to thank you guys for watching. And I'm gonna just struggle down that. And so I want to thank you guys for watching. And tell you that I'll be back on Monday. We'll see what happens. I might have really big news, not channel related, just like my life related, coming up in the next couple weeks. We'll see what happens. We're trying to do some stuff over here. You don't know. We got all sorts of things. But I really appreciate you guys sticking around, even when the channel was down for a month. It just really sucks. But we are back now. The computer's running strong. It's been on all day. We've recorded a couple episodes now, so I feel like I can confidently say that it's not broken in the same way it was before. I don't want to jinx it by saying it's back to 100%. I'm just going to say it's not turning itself off anymore. So thanks for watching, you guys. Hopefully I'll get some comments about this vampire deck. I'm eager to hear what you have to say about it, because I don't want it to be just boring vampires. I want something a little bit fun in there, so we'll have to think of something. Thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys all Monday.